What's going on, guys? It's Will, and I'm back with another episode of the weekly news here in MX Simulator. So, this week we had round 11 of the EMF and RF Supercross. It was in Indianapolis. Really sick track. I really like it. I race actually tomorrow, and the race I got in Daytona there, I raced that in the EMF C class. I got second. It's a pretty good race for me. But on the round 11 here for Pro EMF and RF. In EMF, starting off with the 250s, we got first Jimmer Seabolt, second Connor Linz, third Frederick Langergaard. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm getting pretty good at this. Fourth Flo Lucassen, fifth Janik Muller. Pretty good race for those guys. And 450 there. First is Hunter Root. Second is Colton Mitchell. Real nice ride for him. Third is Voltaire. Fourth is Tyson, and fifth is Matt Agate. So, pretty much all of your title contenders in the top 5 there. So, moving on to RF, and we got a lot of news in here. Pack 250 news, too. So, RF there, 250 fastest qualifier. Connor Holiak with a 51.3, really fast. That's putting on the heat. And 450 got fastest qualifier. Jeremy Shipley with the 49.2, and that is a banger of a time. Like, that's ridiculously fast. You got 250 results here. First, Chase DeSalle. Second, Kellen Brouwer. Third, Benny Landry. Fourth, Connor Holiak. Fifth, Andre Santos. And Connor Linz was not on the start gate this week because he was protesting in Daytona. And I did have another look at it from the side, and he did. I don't know if it was on purpose, but it could have been avoided. When I was watching it on Ed Kozak's stream, it looked like he was watching from the back, so it looked like he shot on really fast. But when you watch it from above or to the side, you could tell it definitely could have avoided. It was 99% Connor's fault there. No hate out to him, but that he could have avoided that. So in the 250 class, Holiak had to work his way up from a bad start, and he got fourth. I think he was dead last or something on the first lap. And Jake Rose actually DC'd, or he came completely last. I don't think he would come completely last, so I'm guessing he was DC'd. So that kind of screws up his championship, any chance of it. I don't know if I'm thinking they have a little chance, but that completely screwed it. And Kellen, second, that's really good for Kellen. I was watching him, consistent. Wasn't like, I'm not trying to be pushy or anything, but wasn't the fastest on the track. But definitely, one of the most consistent. Just killing it, lap in and lap out. So, Daniel Mills got 10th this weekend. And he won Daytona last weekend. I don't know what was up with him. Maybe he just likes the national type tracks. Because Daytona, as you know, is a hybrid. So, and Linz, I already told you with the 1-week suspension. And Holiak took over the points lead by 2 points. So, he's running the red plate next week, sorry. So, moving on to the 450 class here. First, Tyson Frasquez. Second, Jeremy Smith. Third, Jeremy Shipley. Yep. Fourth is Craig Leake, and fifth is James Armstrong. And you're watching James Armstrong's on board because him and Jeremy Smith had a crazy battle through like 4 or 5 minutes, just like back and forth for second place. It was absolutely insane. Love watching them two battle out. And Tyson actually won this race by cuts with 0.94 seconds of the gap. Pretty ridiculous. Because Jeremy Smith actually won when he came over the line, but as soon as cuts came through, Tyson barely won. That was the first ever this season that it happened, and first ever I've actually seen that. I like almost lost my mind. I was like, what? It was like so crazy. So Tyson battled from 12th on the first lap. He was 12th on the first lap. Battled to win to get second, but won for cuts. And as I said, James and JS4 battle for second. And Michael Wheeler makes it into the main. He is the co-founder or the founder of RF. I think he was a co-founder with someone else there. So Michael Wheeler makes it into the main. Really impressive from that guy. I heard Checkers talking about it. He only rides like just before, or like once a week, or just before the main or the race day happens. So pretty impressive from him. So that's it for the racing scene this week. So moving on to general news, nothing real much. I got something here. if you guys know that new motocross game coming out by that small company, LCQ Studios, the game was supposed to be called Motocross Chasing the Dream, but he had some copyright issues, so he switched to the Last Chance Qualifier. Still kind of fitting name, kind of, because the slow guys coming out of the Last Chance Qualifier in Supercross, and it's a small company, just a few guys making it. Got a model and a game designer and all that stuff. So it's kind of representing what their company stands out to in the big world of gaming companies. So moving on to tracks this week, and we have a fire list of tracks. One track that literally just don't even try to make a track better than this one. But I'll say that one last. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. It was out a day or two ago, and it is absolutely killer. But starting off with a real good track, though, we got the Tropical Island Compound by Brad Clay 306. Real fun track, kind of that island vibe. I shouldn't say vibe because we all know who says that. So, second track we got here, Revolutionary Hills by KTM Racing 12. Real nice track. It's Compound, Kyle 765. This is kind of a funny story. I was like looking through the forums for some tracks. I click on It's Compound, kind of a weird name, and I'm scrolling through the feed there, and I see that everyone's like complaining it's a flat blank track. He's like, oh, sorry, files got deleted, can't reopen them. And then some guy just says, take the L, Kyle, and I just died. So that track, I just had to mention that track. There's no download link because it's not even there. And and we got a Double Dank MX by Juco 1472, and that'll probably be bleeped out because it's a family show, boys, family show. And then Kyle, the 2 days after that track was released, he released It's Arena Cross, and this one actually works. There's no picture to it. I didn't bother downloading it because if it didn't, someone said it did work, but I was like, yeah, whatever. It's just Arena Cross. There's a million of those. I didn't bother downloading it. But there's no picture, so you're just going to be seeing the onboard video for this track where I mentioned it. It's by Cal765, as you probably know. And then on to the fire track. We have Nicola's Sandbox Supercross. Now, a while back, he released Nicola's Sandbox, which was, they are 3D scan tracks. So pretty much what this guy does is he builds, takes a sandbox and builds a supercross track, or before he just built a little circle track, but pretty much he takes a camera and pictures of it and puts it into a program. Program's really expensive, so he charges people for the first track that he ever released, kind of get some money back, because a program, I was talking to a guy there a couple hours ago, Sam, MX198, Sam, you guys probably know him. He was saying that the program can be $180 or $3,000. Depends how much you want to spend for a program. So pretty much no complaining. This got charged for the first track, but he actually gave this track over for free, and it's absolutely killer. I will play the trailer at the end of this. As soon as I leave, I'll play the trailer at the end of this video, and the video, it's insane. The way he shows them making the supercross track out of sand, then pictures of it, and it throws it in a program. Boom, out comes the track, and it's killer because the terrain is so realistic. The sand feels like you get into it and lean it over, and it literally feels like your bike's sinking into it. It feels just so like real sand. It's honestly ridiculous. So, like I said at the end of this video, you see that trailer. Absolutely killer. Guy's a good rider too, good editor, and absolute madman of track making. He is MX Fish, and I give him huge props. So that is the end of this week's episode of MX News. It's gonna be a long one. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys will enjoy this trailer that's gonna come up now. I'm out. Peace.